Well, hello there. I'm Kim Berry, editor of Food and Drink Business. Welcome to Play, our weekly news roundup brought to you by GS1 Australia, the only authorised source for your barcodes. For 50 years, GS1 standards have powered business to trade seamlessly, efficiently and safely. Learn more about the next generation of barcodes at gs1au.org. In the news this week, Australian dairy disruptor Made by Cow has gone into voluntary administration just shy of its 4th birthday. The company produced the world's first cold-pressed raw milk using a patented cold high-pressure processing method, which allowed it to bypass food safety regulations that stipulate milk must be pasteurised to destroy harmful bacteria. CEO Wade Porter said it meant that the milk retained more enzymes and vitamins that would otherwise be destroyed during the heating process. Porter broke the news on Made by Cow's Instagram account over the weekend, saying that the company had been growing upwards of 50% year on year, but the current climate of growing interest rates and inflation meant that the business was facing economic uncertainty and supply chain challenges. Porter Mentha has been appointed. Lion has, like many others it seems, been undertaking a business review, which it said was to identify its priorities for the next 3 years and to then determine the structure and the capabilities it would need to deliver them. There's been speculation that around 300 jobs will go. Late last week, Treasury Wine Estates made a similar business model adjustment statement with a declining commercial wine market, prompting CEO Tim Ford to say that decisions will be made that ensure its premiumisation and growth strategy is delivered. Ford said that divesting or rationalising assets is not off the table. And let's not forget that barely 3 weeks ago, Accolade Wines announced it was selling its premium House of Arras brand. Now, if this is giving you a sense of unease in the wine world, then the statutory authority Wine Australia, convening a face-to-face summit with 16 of Australia's largest wine companies to discuss the current state of the sector, could either be reassuring or alarming. Apparently, they've been having group calls over the last year, but Wine Australia deemed it was time to bring all the knights to the table and nut out some ideas and solutions. Conversations were transparent and candid, so that sounds like fun. And while the 4 themes that they developed to address the issues were not particularly groundbreaking, these industry leaders have been sent home with group work on 3 key initiatives. It's clearly a rough time for some. A South Australian winemaker told me a few weeks back that because of the myriad end of days weather events and other hurdles they've faced, this year's harvest felt like it had been going on for years. Again, I nod my head to all of you out there on the land. Okay, Australian vegan seafood startup Boldly is making quite a splash in the US. I'll see myself out. Boldly was founded by Alan Zeldin from Plantform, who is probably one of the most experienced operators in plant-based manufacturing in Australia. Boldly seafood is made primarily from the root vegetable konjac, and the range includes salmon, tuna, crab sticks, prawns, and much more. Zeldin's been spruiking the brand at trade fairs, festivals, and collaborations with high-end chefs and restaurants. Nourish Foods, the maker of health brands Whole Kids, Offbeat, and Just Add, has launched its 3rd Birchall capital raise. The company raised around $2.3 million in 2 earlier rounds in 2020 and 2021. But it was founded in 2005. Since the capital raises, it has made some really big strides towards streamlining its operations and improving margins and expanding its range. It's launched Offbeat, a health snack range that's targeted at Gen Z, and a baby food range called Just Add, which is ticking boxes for clean ingredients and more sustainable packaging. Nourish was also the first food company in Australia to achieve B Corp certification, so go them. Naked Life Non-Alcoholic Spirits is also doing a capital raise with Birchall. In just 3 years, the company has grown from $400,000 in revenue to almost $13 million. Its latest funding will go towards accelerating grocery channel growth and then replicating that in other markets. Woolworths has acquired the grocery delivery startup Milkrun, which collapsed in April, less than 2 years after it began. Woolies will rebrand its own rapid delivery service, Metro 60, as Milkrun, but it will keep its existing operating system. The deal includes the Milkrun name, social media accounts, and details of existing customers. And finally, head to the website to see Bundaberg Brewed Drink's latest campaign. We normally don't cover campaigns, but this one's special as it features the company's founder and master brewer, Cliff Fleming, to celebrate his 80th birthday. There's even a scene of him driving his original delivery truck along a dirt road. It's just delightful. So for these stories and more, head to the website foodanddrinkbusiness.com.au. Don't forget to subscribe there. I think every week I try to remember and I never do, so apologies for that, but I'm sure you are not missing the big blue circle. Thanks to GS1, and with that, I'm Kim Berry, over and out.